65 out here, guys. It's supposed to be cloudy all week. Calling for rain Friday, and was calling for rain Thursday, but now they moved it to Friday and Sunday. So, which my grandson has a game Friday, so I mean, either way, I won't be going riding with the guys Friday night if they ride. Hopefully it won't rain Saturday. We can go do some riding Saturday. Love this Hayabusa, guys. Like, top end wise, it might not be as fast as the leader bikes being stock as far as the tune and stuff, just because how heavy it is, but the torque is great on it. Like it will try to rip your arms off when you hit it. It's comfortable. It's got a deeper tone than the leader bikes. It's just a great bike to ride. Of course, I got this bike to replace my M109, which was my daily bike. But I mean, as far as an everyday rider, I prefer riding this than my S1. My S1000 is good to ride. I like it, but it's just something about the Hayabusa. I just like it. Like I said, it's a very comfortable bike to ride. I understand some people might have back problems that they can't ride, you know, the sport style bikes. But honestly, I mean, my S1000 and this Hayabusa doesn't bother my back at all. You know, of course, riding, after you ride for so many hours, you're going to start feeling it. Your body's got to get adapted to it, just like working out. You got to ride. The longer you ride, the more you get used to riding long distances and long hours. But this is a great bike. The mirrors don't vibrate on this thing like it does the S1000. You can clearly see what's behind you at whatever speed. The S1000, it has that vibration in the mirror, and you just, I mean, you can see what's behind you, but everything's like blurry because it vibrates. Of course, the S1000 is easy to maneuver because it's, you know, it's a lot lighter, a lot more nimble because of the weight, and it's not as long as the Hayabusa. But I just love to ride this thing. The quick shifters, to me, seems like it's a lot smoother with the tune. The second, sometimes going to second gear, I don't know if it's me or if it's just the bike, it wants to, like when you shift, it wants to hesitate before it actually goes into second sometimes. So I think that might just be, I don't know, it may be me, the way I shifted, I don't know. But yeah, I love, this is the all black 23. I'd love to have the gray one also, the gray and red trim. Of course, this one's a lot more on insurance than the S1000RR by about probably $400 a year as far as full coverage for me. which is, I mean, on the overall, it's not a lot, but when you start adding multiple bikes, I mean, it adds up, guys. Like, some of these guys that have 3, 4, 5, I don't see how they insure all of them. It gets expensive. And then the rear tire, I change out at least once per season, and I think I get 2 rear tires for every 1 front tire. Like I said, the oil changes, I change them out every 3,000 miles. All that stuff adds up. But as far as the riding, I love the Hayabusa. This, man, it's just fun to ride. It's comfortable. I mean, I'm sure this has got the stock seat. I'm sure you can even get probably aftermarket seats, probably a lot more comfortable. Maybe some of the gel in them or whatever. I did put a new Vortex sprocket on the rear, aluminum sprocket. Kept the 530 pitch, 42 tooth. Come stock with 43. I went down to a 42, and I know when I'm hitting first gear, it kind of, because I know with the stock gearing, the front end wanted to come up, and it seems like it calmed that down a little bit, and it just more to take off. But I absolutely love this bike. Like I said, it's not on top end, it's not going to be as fast as some of your leader bikes, because they're lighter. They get a little bit more horsepower. You're probably going to get like 180 something at the rear wheel with these, where the leader bikes, you're probably going to get 200 plus at the rear wheel, and they're lighter. So, but I've heard some people getting over 100,000 miles on these Busas. Of course, I guess it depends on how you take care of them, maintenance. But it is an awesome bike. I love it. Would I like to have more power? I mean, some people put nitrous on them. I know some people turbo them. Yeah, I think they should at least fix them where they're like, around 200 horsepower from the factory to, at the real wheel, 210, somewhere around there, being the bigger motor. But I mean, what they got going, it works. People get good mileage out of them. You can put a lot. These motors hold up very well. And I do ride a lot. I ride pretty much every day. Sometimes if it rains, I don't ride, especially this bike, because it's got a lot of fairings to clean, a lot of stuff to clean on it. So it's just easier not to ride this thing in the rain. Now usually I get out my S1000 because it's just a lot easier to clean. I mean, if you're a shorter person, I'm 5'10", and my knees are kind of built now. I put that 255 tire on the back, so it lifted it up, maybe an inch. But you can lower these things if you're shorter, and which I might do anyway, just for help the aerodynamics of it. Maybe an inch or so. But it is fun riding a motorcycle. I love it. It is, dangerous because people don't pay attention to you. You're apt to, if you make a mistake, it's going to be more, could cause you a wreck. Unlike a car, if you're not paying attention, it's more forgiving. But as long as you take your time, you pay attention to people, especially when you come to intersections, even though the light green, just always pay attention. In side roads, if you see people sitting, just pay attention to what they're doing. Always kind of, you know, just kind of foresee them pulling out, even if they don't. And, you know, always get prepared, because it's better to be prepared that they're going to do something and they don't do it than not be prepared and they do it and it end up causing you to wreck. You're going to get injured. You're going to mess your bike up. But it is a joy to ride. I love riding motorcycles. Wish I'd got into it a lot earlier in life. But you know, a lot of times you get with, you know, you get married and stuff, they don't want you to have motorcycles because they're scared for, you know, you might get hurt, whatever. But I would think if you get in a relationship, make sure you get with somebody. If you're gonna ride, get with somebody that likes riding too, that either has their own motorcycle that rides, or that loves riding with you. That way you don't have a issue in your relationship. Because if you have a motorcycle, you want to go out and ride. If you go out and ride without them, you know, it's going to be time away from them, and it's going to start putting a strain on the relationship. So, and that goes with anything. If get with someone, just make sure you got hobbies, you know, that coincide with each other, so they're not feeling left out. If they don't want to go, that's one thing, but you don't want to always, you know, leave your significant other out, you know, out at home while you're going out having fun and they're just sitting at home. So you can't always expect to be gone and just leave them and then they're going to be happy about it. You know, things don't, you wouldn't want to be done that way. If you're going to be in a relationship, you got to think, now if you're single, hey, do what you want. That's what I do. I'm single. I ain't got, you know, worry about nobody's feelings. But if I was in a relationship, you know, I would think about the other person. But hopefully I stay in good enough shape and physical condition where I can keep riding for many more years. It does take a little bit more physical, you know, to ride a motorcycle than drive a car. Driving a car, you just basically sit there. Motorcycle, you're using your arms, your hands, your legs, your stomach muscles, your back. Especially if you're riding corners hard, and you definitely using your brain a lot more, because you got to be definitely stay more focused. definitely easier to break laws on a motorcycle without even paying attention. You get once you get used to speed, man, it's hard not to do it anymore. If you're already an aggressive driver, oh, you're gonna probably be an aggressive rider. I think it just kind of comes with the territory. If you like adrenaline, a motorcycle is just gonna feed into it. Check, make sure the GoPro's on. I don't trust this thing. Between cutting off and not cutting on and some of the other crazy stuff it does. Like really, GoPro, just make a camera that's dependable, that you can hook a mic to easy, that the battery life is good. You just keep on bringing out cameras and they keep having the same issues. GoPros make excellent video. The videos are, the quality is good. It's just the problem with them, it's hard to be reliable to trust them. Can't talk today.